Hey everyone, if you're a clinician, you already know one of the biggest headaches of the job isn't the patient care. It's that mountain of clinical notes you have to climb every single day. Well, in this explainer, we're going to look at a tool called FluidNote, and it's designed to solve that exact problem.
So let's start with something we can all agree on, what we might call the tyranny of the note. You know what I'm talking about, that constant, nagging administrative work that just pulls you away from what you actually want to be doing.
I mean, just think about it for a second. How many hours every single week just vanish into typing, structuring, and finalizing notes? That's time that you could be spending with patients, doing research, or, let's be honest, just catching your breath.
Okay, so what if you had an ally in your corner, one designed specifically to give you that time back? Well, that's exactly the idea behind FluidNote. It's basically your personal AI scribe, working quietly right alongside you. Its entire philosophy is built on this really powerful three-part promise. First, making notes fast, so documentation takes seconds, not hours. Second, guaranteeing full privacy, which, let's face it, is the biggest concern with any new tech in healthcare. And third, zero setup, because who has time for complicated installations or waiting on IT?
And this is the mission statement that just ties it all together perfectly. It's not about replacing you or your clinical judgment. It's about taking on the admin load so you can focus 100% on your patient.
All right, let's dive into the workflow. And this is the part that's almost, well, unbelievably simple. It all happens right inside your web browser, which means no software to install ever.
The whole process is just 3 straightforward steps. You record the conversation, you get an instant transcript to look over, and then you click a button to generate a structured summary. That is it.
Step 1 is literally this simple. You hit the record button, it turns red, and the app is now listening. From there, you just have a normal, natural conversation with your patient. No weird commands, no awkward pauses needed.
Now, the moment you stop recording, bam, the app generates a full, raw transcript of everything that was said. And this is so important because if the AI misheard anything, you can quickly scan and edit the text for accuracy right then and there before you create the final note.
So, once you're happy with that transcript, you just click one more button, Summarize, and this is where the magic happens. The AI takes that entire conversation and instantly organizes it into a professional, structured clinical note.
And what you get is this beautiful, clean, standard SOAP note. It's all broken down into subjective, objective, assessment, and plan, completely ready for you to copy and paste directly into whatever EHR system you're using.
The tech is impressive, no doubt, but that brings us to the elephant in the room, right? The most important question of all. What about the security of all that incredibly sensitive patient information?
This is the first question any clinician should ask. I mean, with data breaches in the news all the time, how can you possibly trust a tool like this?
Well, here's the fundamental difference. Most other AI scribe services upload your audio and notes to their own company servers to do the processing. FluidNote's entire process happens locally, on your computer, inside your browser. I just want you to let this number sink in for a second. 0. Absolutely none of your patient's data, no transcripts, and no summaries are ever sent to FluidNote servers. Everything stays on your device, period. So how do they pull this off? It's through a model they call Bring Your Own Key. Think of an API key like a private password that gives you direct access to an AI model from, say, OpenAI or Google. By using your own key, the data goes straight from your browser to the AI model you choose. FluidNote is never in the middle. It puts you in complete control.
So when you put it all side by side, the difference is just crystal clear. For privacy, FluidNote keeps it local versus sending it to a server. For setup, it's just opening a website versus installing apps and getting approvals. For control, you bring your own AI key instead of being locked into theirs. And for workflow, it's a simple copy-paste that works everywhere versus needing complex EHR integrations.
At the end of the day, all of these features, the speed, the simplicity, and especially the privacy, they all circle back to one core mission.
And here it is again. The whole goal is to lift that administrative weight right off your shoulders. It's about freeing up your time, your mental energy, and your focus for the work that actually matters, caring for your patients.
And you can try it out for yourself, risk-free. They offer a 30-day free trial. And because there's nothing to install, the setup, which is really just pasting in your API key, takes, and I'm not kidding, less than a minute. So, the final question isn't really about adopting a new piece of technology. It's about reclaiming your time. It's about refocusing on the real reason you got into medicine in the first place. So, are you ready to get back to what matters?